I saw that Stacy Makes and the Cozy Buckeye issued a Share the Love challenge. I was like, I'm all about that. Then I saw on Instagram Pocket Snuggies tagged me in the challenge. I accepted, and here we are. So today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you 10 different Instagram patterns that you can try that are free. Hey, it's Tammy, Crafty Mompreneur. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Today's video was not one that I had planned, but when I saw Stacy Makes and the Cozy Buckeye issue the Share the Love challenge, I'm all about that. And then shortly after I saw, I think Stacy's video, then I saw on Instagram Pocket Snuggies tagged me in the challenge. So of course I accepted, and here we are. So today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you not just 5, but 10 different Instagram patterns that you can try that are free. I tried 5. Actually, I have all 10 to show you. 2 are ones that I make all the time and you've seen on my channel before. But the other 8 are new to me. 5 are brand new. Like, I haven't seen anybody make these. So yeah, we've got some new stuff to show you today for this video. So I'm excited. So let me just briefly go over the Share the Love challenge. April and Stacy have put together a really cool challenge. Let me kind of go over the specifics. I have it pulled up on my iPad right here. To be completely honest here, I have not actually been posting on Instagram that much since I've been on YouTube. I started out my crochet journey posting on Instagram as my primary platform, but then in September of last year, I decided that I was gonna go all in on YouTube instead of Instagram. And I think I read somewhere that you should really focus on one platform at a time when you're trying to grow. And so I kind of just let my Instagram just sit there. And it's been a while since I posted. So I started posting back on there again, and I'm kind of moving towards two long form videos a week. And then I'm gonna focus on creating short form content that I can share then across the other platforms. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But anyways, this is primarily an Instagram challenge, but I'm kind of changing it a little bit to include also YouTubers. So here's the details of the Share the Love Instagram challenge. So the thing is, you want to try and find 5 free patterns that you have never tried before and make those patterns. And then share them on your social media by tagging the creator, just giving them a shout out. And it's all designed to lift other people up in the crochet community. So here's the details of the Share the Love challenge. You're gonna find 5 free patterns that you've never tried before. Follow and tag the designers of those patterns. So you're gonna be helping increase their follower count. You're gonna make, feature, and share those patterns on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you wanna share it. Challenge a friend to also do the challenge, which I'll be tagging a few people at the end. And then also tag Stacy Makes and the Cozy Buckeye so they can also, share the love out that way. And then the most important is to use this hashtag sharetheloveIGchallenge in your post. That is the details of this challenge. And so I've got 10 different plushies that are free on Instagram. They're also free. Some of them are also on Ribbler, which is where I like to crochet from most of the time. If I can find a pattern on Ribbler, I'm good, because I like to be able to check off the box on where I'm at on the pattern. It's just me. But so yeah, let's get into the 10 patterns. Okay, we're gonna start off with one that I found that I kind of was like, how have I never seen this before? It is this cute little mushy guy. Now, you may be wondering, that's the Chonky Mushroom by Chonky Crochet. And you would be mistaken, because This little guy is about half the size of the Chunky Crochet one. This is by Knittery. And what I love about this is that I saw this initially on Outside the Knot on Instagram, and I thought, like, why is that chunky little mushroom so small? And turns out the Knittery reached out to Chunky Crochet and asked permission if she could make a smaller version that, you know, would be more market, kind of like quick market makes size, and also keychain size. And so she then asked Chunky Crochet if she could use it, and she was like, yes, no problem. And so now we have this cute little mini mushy. And I thought I would go ahead, for those of you that maybe aren't familiar with the Chunky Crochet version, I make the Chunky Crochet out of Bernette blanket, and this is how big it is. And then this is the little baby Chunky Crochet. Now, I probably should have made one in this yarn out of this, but I kind of ran out of time. Maybe I'll do that at the end, at some point this month, and then I'll be able to show you the difference at the end of the month in my like monthly recap. But you can see that it is significantly smaller. It's almost like half the stitches. Both of these are free patterns on Instagram, as well as Ribbler. Mini little Chunky Crochet and Big Chunky Crochet are the first two patterns. Okay, the next one that I found is, I've been kind of focusing on keychains because I'm trying to build up like a keychain inventory for the fall. A lot of my patterns that I like aren't really like good for keychain size. When I came across this tiny little chicken, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so cute and small. I'm using Posh and Naughty Ball for my keychains, just to give you a size comparison, and a 5mm hook. I find that I feel like the Posh yarn is definitely more sturdy than, like, let's say Parfait Chunky. So I feel good about making these in little like bag clips or keychains or whatever you want to call them. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the maker of this pattern, but I'm going to drop it on the screen here for you. I know I would butcher it. This is the Instagram account where I found this cute little chicken. This worked up so fast. Once I figured out what they were doing with this part, seriously, I mean, but it's really, but I made a, the Mabel chicken out of like worsted weight yarn once. And it just took so long. I mean, it was about this size. So I was happy to see a little cute, small chicken. Okay, the next one I found that I thought I'd share is a little axolotl. Again, another keychain, but remember, I'm trying to find like things I've never made before and things that I know would sell at my markets. This little guy is tiny little axolotl. Oh my goodness. I know I've made one like this. I've made all from Jade's. When I asked my youngest daughter which one she liked better, she preferred this one because it's actually just like a little mini axolotl. The other one is kind of like a sitting up axolotl, and so this is going to be the one that I make going forward. I guess I should tell you who it's by. This one is Christina's _crochet, and it is adorable. And again, this is Posh / and or Naughty Ball. I don't know which. I think this is both a Naughty Ball, but super cute. It's no-sew. These are worked into the round, not even surface crocheted. And then this is just surface crocheted at the end. You got little bobble feet, super cute. Quick. Now, probably my favorite of the 5 or 6 that I've never made before is this cute little kind of like a loaf lamb. I used Bernette blanket yarn for this, and that's why it's so big. This is Cotton the Sheep, and it's by Scarlet. This one did take a little while because of all these puff stitches. I mean, if you're making a lamb, you know, you kind of have to do those kind of stitches. This one used something other than bobbles, which was you know, different for me. I was expecting like baubles everywhere, but these are actually just 3 or 4 half double crochets for the ears. And then these are popcorn stitches. I think that I do like the way the little popcorn stitches make the legs look. I think it looks so cute. This one did take 45 minutes or so. And so this one is definitely going to have to be like more of a little more expensive than my $10 bin, because it did take a while. And this one is like, I think out of all the ones that I made for this video, this one's my favorite. I mean, it just looks like a little cute cotton ball, you know? The next two are going to be kind of like a little foreshadowing of like future videos that I'm doing, because I also was looking for patterns that I could use for a couple of my upcoming videos. And so this next one is for my next video, and it is this cute little apple. There's a little subtle hint on my nails what my next video is going to be about, but see if you get that. But anyway, this little apple, well, okay, it's not a little apple, it's kind of a big apple. It also is going to be added to my little fruit basket that I'm building. This apple is by Mystically Yours Crochet. And I did a little bit of like apple shaping with the eyes and added little eyebrows. And I mean, this is just literally like a ball, but then you just do a little bit of like shaping. And I do like the way that she did her leaf. I've never made a leaf the way that she tells you in this instruction. This is just, you attach the yarn and surface crochet it up. This you make separately and then just attach it. It's super easy. But yeah, cute little, big, cute apple. Now that I'm looking at it on the screen, his eyebrows are not even. I was struggling a little bit to get the eyebrows right, and I don't know, it's still pretty cute. Okay, the next one was, I think I've seen this pattern before, but when I checked Instagram, I definitely wasn't following the account yet, and definitely have never made it, but I found this cute little capybara and made it. Now, this one is super easy as far as what it takes to make. I mean, you work it front to back and add bobble stitches, but yeah, super easy to make. Now, for those of you that may have made this, when I put it on the counter, it definitely like does the fall forward thing, and kind of like turtles do sometimes. What I was able to do is just kind of finagle with the stuffing a little bit, and I can kind of get it to where it doesn't fall forward, but it is a little bit top heavy. So I will say that about this pattern. It is cute and easy. My daughter still thought it was really cute, and so I think I'll still make a few of them so that I can have more than one at my table. I don't have any more of this yarn, I don't think. And that's why I had the different color of brown. Actually, I do have this much left. That would be enough to do at least one more. So maybe I'll make one more of these, and so I'll have 2. But since I've never made them before, I don't know how well they'll do at a market, and I don't know if the falling forward thing will be a big deal. This cute plushie is by Lilac Moon Crochet and on Instagram. And I will say that on the pattern though, on round 9, threw me off just a little bit, but on round 9, there is a typo, and it does tell you to double crochet when it should be decrease. So I quickly figured it out when I tried to do a double crochet, and I'm like, what is that supposed to do? But yeah, so tiny little typo in this pattern, but it's still pretty cute. And it passed my teenager cuteness test, so I will be making a couple more of these. Okay, so this next pattern was one that I came across as I was doing my scrolling for, you know, free patterns. And then I was watching a couple Share the Love videos, and Crafty Kate's came up, and I saw that she shared about this one. So I thought that that's one of the reasons why I decided to go ahead and do more than 5, because I had already started this one. And so this is, you know, you'll see this probably a couple times throughout the Share the Love Challenge. This is Spark the Mini Dragon by Dr. Choco _ Crochet. And this one is a low sew. You work from the front to the tail. The only things you have to sew on are the ears and the wings. And I felt like this was a pretty straightforward pattern. The feet are baubles. It worked up about an hour for me, so it wasn't like super quick. I mean, I have a snuggler dragon that I love, but this one, I think for a stuffed dragon in an hour, I think is a pretty good deal. I used Burnett blanket for mine. And I think anything smaller though, if I used anything smaller, I don't think I could get, you know, the same money for it. But you know, it did take an hour. So I do like the detailing, how they have the extra different color on the wing. I like that about this. This is all surface crocheted on. But yeah, it works up relatively easy. She does have a more detailed version, I guess, for sale on her Etsy. The whole pattern is free on Instagram. So yeah, Spark the Mini Dragon. This next one is new to me. I've never made it before, but I have seen other creators make it. And I think I saw Stacy makes, I got it from one of her recent videos where she was talking about it. And I've been looking for a turtle that I could make to put on a keychain, because I normally use Meg Makes Crochet for a small turtle. But when I made that, the only way to get it small enough on a keychain is to use a really small yarn, and then it still takes the same amount of time. So I really wanted a fast turtle. That's kind of like a fast turtle, but turtles are really slow, so that's kind of funny. Anyways, but when Stacy mentioned this little turtle from LMS Art, I had to make it. Now, obviously you're gonna, you know, see it in other videos probably, but I wanted to have 10 for you. And this is definitely one that I'm gonna be adding to my rotation of makes for little small turtles. You make this one, you make the little head, which is so cute and tiny. I used 12mm eyes. And then you make the shell, and then you change colors, and you crochet the head into the little plushie, and it's just so small. It's so cute. And I think it took less than a half an hour to make. I mean, once you like get into the groove of making them, I wasn't sure on him like where to put the keychain, because he does kind of like fall forward a little bit on the keychain. But I showed my daughter and she was like, it's cute, it's fine that he falls forward a little bit on the keychain. So it's super cute. These also could be something that you take, that I could make a bunch of and just put in like a bin. Would it be a $5 bin maybe? I don't know. I need to time myself again and see how long it takes. This is definitely one, if you're looking for a small turtle, this is definitely a good option. So this last one I'm gonna share is definitely one that I've shared a lot about on my channel. I mean, I most recently did a whole video about them, but the little gummy bear by Hooking Hand Creations. I normally do these out of Burnett blanket yarn, but I've started doing them in Posh to put on a keychain. It's a quick market make that I put in like a $5 bin, and I'm sharing this one just so that I could have a round number of like 10, right, in my video. So Little Gummy Bear by Hooking Hand Creations. So that is my wrap up of the Share the Love Challenge. And now it's time for me to have tag some other creators who might want to take this challenge. And so I think because I shared 10 patterns, I'm gonna tag like 3 people for each. So I'm gonna tag a total of 6 people, and then you guys can, you know, continue on the challenge. So for Instagram, I'm gonna challenge Elizabeth at Stitching for Smiles, Renee, Twist and Turns by Renee, and then Michelle at Fitch Creations. And then here on YouTube, I thought I would challenge Beck's Crafty Nook, Kayla at Cluck and Buzz Crochet, and then Jenny from In My Spare Time Crochet. So I know 6 people, that's probably a lot, but it's all about sharing the love, so, you know, why not? So that is going to do it for today's video. I want to thank Stacy Makes and the Cozy Buckeye for putting together this challenge, and then also Pocket Snuggies for tagging me. I hope that one of these 10 plushies is something that you'll create, and that you'll go out and follow these creators and make the plushies and just continue to share the love as we as crocheters come together as a community and support one another. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Chunky croquet. I hope that you, within these 10, I hope that one